Hey guys, Carlos Cortez here with another episode of Scriptures and Wallstreet. I'm really happy that you are tuning in today to hear what we have to say about going woke with your money, but going woke as these companies continue to go woke. By the time you hear this, it's going to be June 1st, over in the June 1st era. It'll be June. I do know that. But this is the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl month. Remember, the gays, they get a whole month. The people that died for our country and our freedoms, they get a day. Just one day. Just one day. That's my biggest qualm about this whole thing. Like, why are we celebrating something that's anti-God? Okay, if you're gay, I totally get it. That's your lifestyle. I respect you and I love you. No big deal. That is you. That's between you and God, and I want no business with it. However, I will not judge you. I will not judge you. I will still continue to love you, but I disagree with this movement. The LGBTQ movement is not just about being gay, guys. It is about stripping Christianity to water it down. It is about promoting Satanism. It's about promoting evilness. It's about questioning God's character as our ultimate creator. He made us in his image. He didn't say in the Bible to chop off your penis and become a woman. He created Adam and Eve. He took the rib off a man and created a woman. But yet that movement wants to promote the transgender, disgusting agenda and play God. It's one thing that if you're attracted to the same sex, hey, I'll support you. I'll love on you, but I don't agree with you. I don't agree. I don't agree. And I don't want my family anything associated with that. It's to the point, guys, where they want to shove it down your face. Do I shove my Christianity views down your face? Do I shove my Spanish culture down your face? Do I shove my ethnocentrical ego down your face? No. No. Ford 2021 comes out with the Rainbow Raptor. KFC says, you know what? We're going to support Diablo, the video game. We're going to get this sex demon called Lilith. I forgot her name, Lilith, something like that. It's a sex demon. They're going to just go out and promote it all over their spicy KFC chicken sandwich. Hotter than the devil is what they're calling it. And so they're going to promote Diablo, the video game. They do not care about showing their allegiance to Satan. They don't care. This is why, to the core of me, I have this show, because I saw this a long time ago. The Bible wrote this out a long time ago, before you and I were in existence. So June, everywhere you go, from the malls to the internet to your financial institution to your daycare, if you're walking downtown, anywhere you go where you see those rainbow flags, this is the Super Bowl. They are making a statement that they don't care about your beliefs. They care about theirs. They want to celebrate theirs. It's our movement. It's their movement. Where's the Christian flag? Where's the straight flag? Where's my Latino Hispanic flag? But yet you see less and less white people on TV because they want to put more black people, because they're the victims, right? They're the only victims, by the way. And nothing against black people. I love my brothers. I played football. I was in a black fraternity in high school. Nothing against them. I have family members that are black. I have cousins and aunts that are black, so I have nothing against them. As a matter of fact, I want to promote them. I truly, some of my best friends are black, and I say this with confidence because even they agree. Even they agree. All of them all of them don't even do the whole BLM garbage. They're like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't want to be a terrorist because of the color of my skin. I want to promote America. In fact, most of my black friends are in the military, and they're more conservative than most people I know. So they're not playing the victim card. They're not buying into this garbage. So it just really, really saddens me. It just saddens me coming from Fleet Week in New York City, seeing these young kids fighting for our country, standing for our country. And then you have LGBT, like, people like walking around. I was very disgusted in New York City, because that was a city that really inspired me to be who I am. You know, there was capitalism there. There was like the lights, there was the buildings, there was the financial strength in that city. And then it just went completely woke. I always knew it was liberal, and I was okay with that because I was standing strong in my faith and what I believe in. I didn't care if I got laughed at. I didn't care if they looked at me different. But now it is like, I almost given up. You know, I can't, there's only so much I can take being over there. So if you guys followed me for at last podcast, I was just in New York and saw probably 8 or 9 guys dressed as women. And it was disgusting. And that was probably within an hour. So I was in Times Square, which is really not New York City. That is just kind of like liberal meth head capital of the world. New York City is like the Bronx and the projects and where my family is originally from, the lower income areas in New York, that they really get each other's back. This woke agenda doesn't work there. It's only in the city like Manhattan. But if you go outside of the city, you'll see hardworking people that are just trying to make it. And they're generally good people. And they love God, or at least they have a respect for the cross. Man, it just pisses me off, guys. I'm sorry. It just really, really pissed me off. Anyways, so I was, June is not my favorite month anymore. It's hot as heck here in Florida. I can't wear jackets. I don't even wear long sleeves. No one has commented on my jackets. Notice I don't have shirts. So this is actually a short sleeve shirt because I take off my jacket and I wear a polo underneath. It's so stinking hot in Florida. For all of you that want to move to Florida, I bet you won't even last a year. The heat is just abysmal. I mean, it's 100 degrees every single day, and then you add another 20 degrees because of humidity. You come out of the shower sweating. You go outside with your fresh new clothes on, you are sweating. It is terrible during the month. And all these people from all over the country, they come visit Florida in the summer. Don't do that. That's why Floridians, we don't go out in the summer. The summer is our winters, like literally. So I wanted to share something that I was downloading mentally. I was just thinking, I have these daydreams from time to time, and it just kind of hit me. Maybe it's God giving me a word of wisdom in a funny way. Maybe it's just me just thinking, but I had some time to reflect on something. Speaking about the timelines, pay attention to this. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm speaking out of my butt. I don't know. But I wrote it down because I thought it was somewhat relevant. When God says, hey, good is going to be evil and evil has become good, you start to think in chronological order, like, how did we get here? How did we get to the cameras, the lights, streaming, independent journalism? How the heck did we get here, man? Like you guys are listening to this podcast. Like, you have options to listen to whatever you want. You could just turn on the TV. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more comfortable. So in the 90s, it was the internet. So I was just thinking of, what is one thing that changed the decade of that decade? What is one thing that changed the decade? If you can say one item, service, one thing to pull from a decade, what would it be? In the 90s, and this is what I thought. And maybe you can comment on what is one word that you can pull from that made that decade. For me, the 90s, it was the internet. We were so fascinated about the internet. In 1993, you couldn't even buy anything legally off the internet. True story. In the 2000s, it was the mobile phone. We still had cords. We still had cords on these suckers. Remember, we had cords. We had the car phones were just dying off because wireless came out in the 2000s. We were getting rid of all those cables, and everything was wireless. So in the wireless, we had the mobile phone. As the 90s, we embraced the internet so much rapidly. It was highly integrated into our society. 2000s came out, and my word for the 2000s is the mobile phone, the wireless phone. Whether it was Android or iPhone, doesn't matter, but it was the smartphone. And because of the smartphone, you had Facebook integration. So I had two words, Facebook and the smartphone. 2010s, fast forward 2010s. What do you think it's in 2010s? I put e-commerce. And e-commerce bleeds into social media. When I mean by e-commerce, I'm talking about Amazon, eBay, and just social media. Facebook bled into the early 2000s. Just like the internet came out actually in the 40s and 50s. The military used it, but it wasn't released to the public to the 90s. But it took about 10 years to adopt the new technology. It bled into the 2000s, and it got better, and we had smartphones, but the internet was still there. The internet's still here, and now we were able to consume via internet, and that got highly, highly integrated. So we had Amazon, eBay, social media. Now 2020, what is this decade going to be known? In my opinion, it already is happening early this decade. So you can watch this 10 years from now, and I'm pretty quite certain that this is going to be the word for the decade, and it will be AI, artificial intelligence. This decade will be known as the artificial intelligence era. We have ChatGPT, we have social media, we have geo-targeting ads. There's so many things, predictability, software, facial recognition, all that has to be embedded into a data center. And that data center has artificial intelligence. We are trading stocks based on artificial intelligence. Everything is derived off of AI. Wars will be fought with AI. We no longer have to man a ship. We no longer have to man a plane. We no longer have to man a tank. Everything can be robotic. Pretty crazy. So, excuse me. So those are my decades. How does this have to do with going woke and your money? Well, the reason why I'm saying all this is because it's affecting, the woke agenda is affecting how we consume as a consumer. I'm writing a book, and we're going to be talking about this. This is why I created the America First Retirement Plan, because I wanted to put my stake in the ground and said, here's the line. I don't want to cross this line. I just don't want to invest in things that I don't want to be a part of anything that's contrary to God's word. At the end of the day, I'm responsible for that. And I do not want that burden on me on Judgment Day. I just can't. I will not. So I won't support these things. And I'm not the only one. There is a whole other economy that is happening right now. This whole boycott thing, right? Boycott Bud Light, boycott Target, boycott KFC, boycott Ford. That is basically people agreeing with you. They're saying we don't stand for this. And you remember when Chick-fil-A stood against the gays and pro life? They actually made a huge statement. That is the conservative economy that I'm talking about. So there's this whole massive economy, whole world that people only want to do business with patriots. And it is thriving. It is thriving to the point where it's changing news networks. It's changing the way you consume news. It is changing everything. Look at Fox and Tucker, the whole debacle. Come up with whatever theory you want. In my opinion, I think they're trying to make DeSantis. The Never Trumpers are controlling the media because they're woke, and they want DeSantis to get in there to try to oust out Trump. And so you look for Fox to just really promote DeSantis like crazy. And Tucker won't support DeSantis because I feel that he knows something that is detrimental to the conservative population. So we have all these errors in the decades. We have these woke companies. June is here. You're going to see all these companies go woke. I mean, they will change their freaking logo and make it a rainbow. Could you imagine doing that in Qatar or Saudi Arabia or Russia? Could you just imagine doing that in a Middle Eastern country? Yeah, I didn't think so, because they just won't do it. But here in America, we would do it. And I still believe in America. I'm not this doom and gloom guy that's saying the dollar's crashing, buy gold, buy silver, buy this, buy that, put all your money there because we're going to die. There's 100 trillion unsecured debt and blah, blah, blah. And yes, there is a lot of doom and gloom. I get it. But we plan for that. We don't have to make financial errors and make mistakes and really feed into that. There's a lot of hysteria with alternative media right now. So I was talking with a client, and if you're listening, I can't say names. She was so confused. God bless her. She said, Carlos, I can't trust big media and I can't trust alternative media. Everybody's trying to sell you gold. Everybody's trying to sell you something. And if you are listening to a podcaster and they're talking about how crappy the world is, and they're talking about these unknown topics, and then at the same breath, they're selling you silver and gold or something else, then I would just run to the fences. The average gold person makes 25% commission off of you. I don't even get paid that much. Like, when you purchase an insurance contract from us, we get paid anywhere from 5 to 7% off of the insurance company, not off of you. Like, that is huge. Like, I get compensated from the insurance vehicles you purchase. It doesn't come from your account value. So if you put $100,000 in, you're going to see $100,000 in. If you buy $100,000 with these financial serpents, don't be surprised if you see $70,000, $65,000 show up on your statement, because the rest is in sales loads and sales charges. So be very careful, guys. Please, please, please. If you want a good, reputable company, please contact my guys at Cornerstone. Their number is 888-747-3309. 888-747-3309. They're very fair. They're Christian based. They love the cross, and they would love to serve you with your precious metals needs. We do get a small little credit, nothing big. I rather work with companies that are doing right for the client, and I make less, and than to work for or promote a company that's going to pay me X amount of dollars and they end up screwing the client. We don't want to associate with that. I've already made my mistakes in the past. I've been scammed with a Bitcoin money manager that I have been sued plenty of times for. You can look it up. And I've made whole with good with a lot of those bad experiences, and I'm still here. I took responsibility. I took ownership of the situation. But yeah, call our friends at Cornerstone. They're great people. Let them know that I sent you. And guys, the woke agenda is here. It's not going anywhere. In June, it's very bad. June is where they all come out and play. We live in this world. We're not of this world. Did I shop at Amazon recently? I sure did. I bought guitar picks. I bought guitar picks and a plastic cover for my badge to get in my neighborhood. I didn't have time to go to a music store. These are really good guitar picks. We can't avoid certain things. Just like the water you drink, you cannot avoid drinking bad water sometimes if you don't know, or depending on your location, you can't stop. I mean, that's what you have to do. But I don't spend my majority of my funds at Amazon or Target or Walmart or Costco. I want to support God-fearing companies like switchmyproductsusa.com. This sponsor literally will get all your consumables that you have, mail it to you faster than Amazon Prime, and you're supporting America. There's no need to be buying these companies that have these carcinogens and these harsh chemicals in your cleaning supplies that you use at your home, and then you're breathing in all those toxic airs. You're eating off of the dinner table. You can't use most of these household items on food services. That is because they put poison in it. And so the way to fix that is not deal with those woke companies like the Targets, Unilever, and Procter and Gamble, which they're straight up Satanists in my opinion, and do business with companies that honor God, that honor country, and that honor America and support Americans. So go to Switch My Products USA, order you some amazing non-mRNA beef that are not vaccinated, they're not steroids all over them. These cattle has been around for 27 years in Idaho. Definitely visit switchmyproductsusa.com and we'll get you a beef subscription. The beef's amazing, and yeah, you don't have to do business with them. You don't buy those cleaners from those people. They're killing you. Even the Downies out there, they're terrible for your skin. I asked my doctor, why does my son have ADHD? Like, there's no one in my family that has ADHD. And he looked at me. He says, honestly, I think it's the plastics that we consume. And I started doing a retrospect on my life. I'm like, plastics? He said, yeah, your detergents, from the hand washers to the cleaners you use in the home, to what you mop with, to what you wear, to what you wash your clothes with, to the water you use. They use chemicals, and those chemicals basically go in your DNA and they alter you. And this is why we have these problems. And if you look at the OBGYNs, there's more women that are younger that are having a cyst when they're in their pregnancies. And no one's talking about this, but the OBGYNs, he's like, I used to get maybe 1 or 2 a quarter of a patient that would have these cysts right after they're born. The babies are delivered. And now he says, now I get 1 or 2 people a quarter that don't have that issue. Everyone has that issue now. And I couldn't believe it. I know because my wife has the issue with the cyst after delivery, and she's still struggling with that. But having said that, what that basically means, so if you stuck around and listened to me mumbo jumbo here, what does this mean to the economy? They're going woke. Let's talk about the banks real quick. The deposits for the banks for the second week in a row are sharply declining. So if your bank goes woke, now this whole Christian, conservative, pro-America, call it MAGA, call it whatever you want to call it, patriot economy, they're not even banking at the banks anymore. Look at this massive decline. Look at this massive decline on bank deposits. So if the banks are not receiving their deposits because they're afraid, there's no money going on. The financial ecosystem will collapse. So yes, silver and gold is a part of that, not all of it. But I want you to understand that no more than a third of your money should be in precious metals. So yeah, we have deposits going down. And so if you're with me this long, what I will say is that this is what we're talking about, the ESG agenda. And then they cover it. This has been going on for the past decade, by the way. You know those meetings in Davos that you guys see, all these corporation guys, whether it's the Bilderberg Group or the Global Summit, they're talking about stakeholder capitalism. They want to get rid of regular capitalism, what has built America. They want to bring this stupidity of stakeholder capitalism. And what it sounds good in the surface. Hey, for every dollar that we make, we're going to invest in a tree. And hopefully if we make $1 billion, we planted 1 billion trees. That's great. I support that. But the problem is it gets even deeper and deeper. Oh, we want to support abortions because women have choices. We want to kill that innocent baby because it's their body, their choice. We want to support this sex change that Darlene wants to go through. Now she's going to be called David, and David will now be the spokesperson of our company. We want to support that. And actually, a matter of fact, we want to create a mutual fund in her honor. And then we're going to fund and promote this mutual fund so that other people can get inspired and they can climb up the corporate ladder and do nice things. Guys, this is the rolling out of ESG. Joe Biden himself, the stupid freaking idiot, said he wants to put 20% of all 401ks and mutual funds into ESG. You should be pissed off about that. We need to stand against that right now. We do not need to be funding that. This is America. We have financial freedom. We have medical freedom. We have constitutional freedom. They're taking money from you and putting it in ESG to support this stupid garbage that goes against our beliefs, our religious values that we deeply, deeply, deeply grab onto. I am sick of the Series 7 stockbrokers. I'm sick of all these financial advisors not manning up to who they need to be. I'm sick of it. Like, it's disgusting. They just want to promote this agenda. There's no morals anymore. They're selling out to each other. Money moves the whole world. I get that. We need to be profitable. We need to do whatever we need to do to have a living. I get that. But at some point, you have to take a stand and walk away and face the music. Look God in the eyes and say, I have either screwed it up or I'm going to hear the words, well done, my faithful servant. So if you're listening to this and if you have a financial advisor, call him right now or whenever you can and ask him, what are you doing to protect me from ESG? I don't believe in ESG. I don't want to be associated with ESG. Call your advisor right now and ask him that question. If he or she stutters, mumbles, or hesitates, then they're not doing anything. You know why? Because they're associated with their stupid big bank that has stakeholder capitalism. Because at the end of the day, it is ran by shareholders that they have to provide to. They don't have to provide for the client. They have to provide for the profitability to deliver returns to the shareholders. You, the client, become the bottom of the barrel. Why are you doing business with these people? Why? I don't get it. Find an independent fiduciary. It doesn't even have to be me. I would love to earn your business. I would love to basically have a great conversation with you, with one of our staffs, or my consultants. I would rather you just trust us, because I know we're going to do the right thing for you. I'm not perfect, but we will strive to do the right thing for you and at least give you options, and then you can make a decision on what you want to do. But if you just go around and be passive, say, I'll think about it. One day I'll think about it. Yeah, Carlos, this is great. And then you keep on listening to these podcasts and this media, the market falls off. You didn't do anything. That's your fault. That's your fault. Don't call our office saying, I've lost 35%. Guess what? That's your fault, because you didn't take initiative. Give us a call. We want to help protect your retirement. The stock market is not a friendly game right now, and you will get hurt. You will get hurt if you don't know what you're doing. 813-448-3446. Give us a call. 813-448-3446. Call now. And if you don't have time, you just want to read over the weekend or read during the weekdays, then all you got to do is go to AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com. Download our free guide. You can see how our process works. It's free. Just put in your email and we'll send it to you. It's AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com. I'm writing a book on this stuff. I mean, this is huge. This is deep stuff. This is how I built my corporation. This is how I was able to find and fund Stu Peters. I'm sure you heard of him. This whole ESG is disgusting, guys, at its core. So let me unpack this even more. Stakeholder capitalism is a form of ESG. And these woke companies, like, when's the last time you walked into Target and Walmart and say, hey, what's your mission statement? You go to any mom, pop, small bait tackle shop, lumber shop, Ace or hardware store that's mama pop brand or dry cleaners, they probably have a mission statement right on their door. Or if you see these people, they're just hardworking people. They may not have the cleanest place. They may not have marble desktops or counters. They may not have it going on because they're one of us. They're just humble people trying to work. You already know their mission statement. They just want to provide a quality service to a quality brand, to quality people that think and act like they do, because they give a damn. These companies, it is about the policy and shareholders. They don't give a damn. They just want to be profitable. And how is being profitable? Is being controversial. And they don't care. Chick-fil-A just hired this guy. Why do they need a vice president to talk about if they're hiring the right people? This is the dumbest thing everywhere. It's the dumbest thing. Guys, just wake up, man. Just wake up. The market, I don't think is going to do good this year. Call our office. We want to protect you. The next episode, I'm going to talk about indexing, the power of indexing, a tool that you could use to protect your principal. You don't have to buy gold and silver. You don't have to get sucked into that trap. There are other avenues that you can do to protect your money, like real estate, like insurance equity products that will get you the returns that you need to protect your principal, that you don't even have to even take the risk anymore. When you buy silver and gold, this is red money, guys. Like, you are assuming the gold market, which is traded on the Chicago Board of Exchange. Look it up. I don't make the prices up. You don't make the prices up. So how in the world are you trying to retire when you have all your assets in that? It is the same thing as a Wall Street casino. It's the same exact thing. So hopefully I got your attention. Give us a call, 813-448-3446, or visit us online at cortezwm.com. If you want an appointment, simply fill out the simple form. We'll give you a call. Cindy, Raz, Dustin, they're all great. They will coordinate a time. Josh, they will coordinate a time to get on your calendar. We want to protect millions of people, millions of dollars, and we have done it. And we're going to continue to do it regardless of all the attacks I've been getting. We have a mission. Our mission is to protect God-fearing patriots in their retirement and give them a quality service that will guarantee a good portion of your funds to be there when you retire, and more importantly, to create liquidity that can grow in this Luciferian stock market that can give you alternatives. You don't have to do business with the big banks that are promoting Ukraine and China. For crying out loud, New York City has a Bank of China on Broadway, man. Like, it is in our face. You know how pissed off I was when I saw that? Like, my father fought for this country. Someone in your family fought for this country. They didn't fight for freaking China to be in our home. Really ticks me off. And yet we're doing business with these people. You're trusting them with your life savings. Guys, don't do that. Don't let your investments be hypocritical to your values. I mean that to the core of me. Well, anyways, I need to calm down. I'm getting very, very like... Oh, okay. Usa, right? Let me share my scripture. Sorry, I got derailed here. Stu texted me. I just had it handy, and here it is. So every time I feel overwhelmed, and I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus put it on the cross. You paid it all. I have to remind myself of this basic verse. And this is where ESG comes from. This is where stakeholder capitalism comes from. This is where the Freemasons come from. When this scripture was being written, Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So you ask me, who's pulling the strings? It is Satan. We're fighting against principalities, rulers of darkness. There's nothing you and I can do about it except honor God, honor our family, spend time with your family, use cash. Yes, from a stewardship, you do need to buy some precious metals. I think it's a great investment, but not just for all your money. It's not a retirement vehicle, guys. It is just a hedge. It's just an investment. But if you want to secure your retirement, give us a call. That's what we do day in, day out. We've been doing it for a long time. And we're very, very passionate about what we do because we want to do what's right for the client at all times. And we want to give you the best options. You can't get what we offer at the big banks because the big banks don't want to play in green money. They don't. They have, even the states don't want to, some states don't even want to play in it. So give us a call, 813-448-3446, 813-448-3446. Don't forget our sponsors, Switch My Products USA, for your switching your products to non-toxic products here in America to get your beef. Also, America First Water, if you are looking for amazing fluoride-free alkaline water straight from your home, go to americafirstwater.com, opt in, and you can read up all about it. As well as America First Retirement Plan to download your free guide on your retirement. Or you can visit us if you just want a consultation, you want to take action, you want to secure your retirement, you want that lifetime income, you want to grow your assets, you want to protect it, you want to protect it from the financial default of a crashing dollar. Give us a call. 813-448-3446, or visit us at cortezwm.com. That being said, love you guys. Thanks so much for the viewership and the comments, and we'll talk to you soon.